I really wasn't going to talk about this at all. I didn't think that it was actually worth it, but I got so many comments and so many people asking me about it that I almost have to make a video at this point to stop these questions from coming in. And I want to try and be the voice of reason here, maybe even a little bit of a killjoy, and tell you all how I feel about this. And the thing I'm on about, for those of you who don't know, is this interview with Gabe where he says, and I quote, "Yeah, we have updates for Team Fortress 2, and we are aware of the cheating problem, and we think we have a good solution for it." Before we get into this properly, I'd appreciate it if you scroll down below the video and click the subscribe button if you're new here. It would, help me out a lot. Okay, so I want to start really quickly about what the good parts about this interview are. It is good, first of all, that Gabe and therefore Valve themselves are aware of the cheating problem in TF2. That's great, and that hopefully means that some work has been getting done on fixing the issue. Cool. And it's also quite promising that they say they have updates for TF2. But what this doesn't mean is that anything is confirmed to be happening at any time soon. Gaben was super vague with what he was saying. They have updates for TF2. That could literally mean TF2 has been updated in the past, like for all we know. Or the update he could be on about, if it is in the future, could just be the seasonal crates that we get every single year normally anyway. There was no reason to believe that Gaben was on about a big update here, or like the heavy update, or anything to get really, really excited about with that one tiny sentence. And one thing you need to remember about this whole interview is that Gaben is sitting there in front of a crowd of people knowing he's being recorded and that his answers will come up somewhere. So of course he's going to say they're aware of the problem and that they're working to fix it. Just imagine how bad it would look for Valve if they said there's a bot problem, like not knowing it was happening, or that they were aware of it and they weren't trying to fix it. I want to believe that what he is saying is true and that they are working on something, but we just don't know. He could just be trying to look good for the press and saying, yeah, we think we've got some really good solutions to fix this issue that we've been facing. But he also could just be trying to save himself a little bit. If Gaben had come out and said, yeah, there's an update that we've been working on for a while, it's coming out next month with the fix that should get rid of the bots forever, then yeah, I think that's something to get a little bit excited about. But that's not what he said. I don't watch too many Gaben interviews, so I'm not 100% sure how he talks all the time and he's excited about something, but his voice didn't change no matter what he said while talking about the bot fixes or the updates they said they had for TF2. You would have thought if it was something big, he would sound a little bit excited, at least. But again, I don't watch too many Gaben interviews. I'm not 100% sure if that is just how he talks all the time. So whatever, I'll be wrong there if he talks like this all the time and could be excited when he says that. But there's something this interview doesn't tell us, which is why I don't think it's such a great idea to get super excited as a community just yet, because we don't know when this update is going to be, what the update is going to be, and how effective is this bot fix that they're on about. If it's another one where they're trying to silence the bots again, I'm not interested in the slightest. Because really, the only other form of censorship you can do is just removing the game chat completely. And that would be a really, really bad look for Valve. So I would kind of like to know what the bot fix plan actually is. Like, is this just censoring them again? Or is it actually just making sure these accounts can't be used to cheat on ever again? And there's probably even more questions about this that you can come up with that we just don't have the answers to. And that's me really being realistic and, trying to ground us all in a little bit of a sense of reality. I would love to get excited about this stuff. I would love to know there's an update coming so that I can plan content or talk about it and all of that kind of stuff. But from what we've been given, we can't just jump to that conclusion that this update is going to be game-changing for TF2, like a lot of people seem to be doing. Another thing is that I knew this was going to happen as soon as it came out on Twitter. People were going to jump to making TF2 update confirmed videos. People were going to go mental on Twitter and Reddit, and I'd get a million questions about what I think about it. The TF2 community has this incredible ability to overhype the tiniest amount of information ever. And because they do this so often with any little bit of information they can get that could mean absolutely nothing, we're at a point now where I don't think Valve could even make an update that meets the expectations that the community has built up in their heads. So no matter what Valve put out, they're going to get grief because the community is going to be disappointed and angry because they've built up expectations in their heads, which is completely unrealistic for Valve to ever meet. Then that becomes a vicious spiral, like TF2 updates not doing as well as they want to, so why put the effort into the game? People were saying Jungle Inferno was a flop of an update, even though I really liked it. It didn't work straight away, but once it did, it was amazing, for me anyway. Now, I'm not saying that this is just the TF2 community's problem and I have not got anything to do with this. Like, I used to get excited over little bits of information too. I've been there. I've been sitting there disappointed because an update hasn't come out that somebody on Twitter said it was going to happen. I don't know why I believed it, but like, you know, you're hoping that some of this stuff you're reading is true. And sometimes it is, and most of the time it's not. But I don't think that this interview is something that can really be used to say something like the heavy update is coming or anything like that, because it could just be Gabe trying to make Valve look good in front of the crowd of people that are watching him. And this is Valve we're talking about. They don't have the best reputation when it comes to time management. The fact it's been a year since the bots have come out and they've only just started thinking they've got some good solutions, like what Gabe said, it should show you all you need to know. So yeah, Gabe might say, hey, yeah, we've got updates for TF2. We might not actually see those if they do exist for another 2 or 3 years, knowing Valve. And this bot fix might just be censorship again, which we don't really want. We want the cheating to stop. I personally am not going to keep my hopes too high for this update that Gaben has mentioned. I think it would be cool if it happens. I'm happy to be proved wrong. If a heavy update does come out randomly in the next month or something like that, then cool. I'll be wrong. I'll put my hands up and say that and I'll enjoy the update. But I'm just trying to be realistic here and also help you guys understand that this might be nothing. The only thing I ask of you guys from this video is that when you hear things in YouTube videos, when you see things on Reddit or you see things on Twitter, anything like that, that you just think about it a little bit. Realize that nobody who's talking about this really has any idea what is going on, myself included. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Valve are working on. I don't know anything. And anyone who says a TF2 update definitely is coming also has no idea what's going on either. Valve are a big company. Anything they're working on is probably, most likely, under an NDA. I can imagine that. And Valve, again, don't have the best reputation for communication with their people playing their games. So please just make sure you're being smart about it and try not to get too excited over this. For all we know, it could be absolutely nothing, and we'll be waiting forever for something that Gabe made up in an interview so we didn't have to publicly say they had nothing planned for TF2 and just constantly stay disappointed. This doesn't stop the fact that I'm excited about TF2's future. I think it could have a good future. If this update is real, that he's on about, I think that's cool. But if it's not, I'm still sorted for video ideas, so I'm chilling. And I still find the game ridiculously fun without an update, so, you know. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a like and also subscribe to my channel if you're new. I try and make a new video every single day, but I do my best. And there's a bunch of other stuff in the description you can check out as well. It would mean a lot. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all tomorrow with another one. Goodbye.